The ace of spades.
Good job.
Yeah, that was good. I think that's as good as we're going to get it, man. Welcome, everybody. This is News with the Animal. Tonight we're coming up a little short here. It's
News with the Animal.
There you go.
Yeah,
See, that's
all
good.
I got.
That's good.
I didn't bring my guitar with me.
It's all right, man. It's all improv, right? Coming up a little short tonight. It's just me and JD. The other crew members, I know.
Student-teacher meetings, man. You got to meet those teachers.
Yeah, I guess, man. I guess we have all these responsibilities with school starting again, but you know, we're gonna carry this fucking show on our back as we normally do.
Don't we always?
They can't rebuttal because they're not here.
Exactly.
JD, I'm gonna spit some news at you, man.
Spit some news.
I'm gonna spit some news. This is all current news. But you know, before we get into the news here, I want you to tell me, man. You went to a pretty cool concert last night, didn't you?
Yeah, a few of us did actually.
Yeah, a few of you.
Red and Ivan.
Oh,
and then
nice?
even my brother came up and met us out there.
Did
Him
he
and
really?
his buddy, yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
So we had a little group going.
That's cool. Now, who did you see?
So this was Not Fest show. So it started off with Behemoth,
Okay.
whom I've never seen before, but
Okay.
you've told me about.
Okay.
Cool show.
Okay.
I'm not into the music,
Mhm.
but it felt good to be like. It seemed like everybody was, pretty open to it.
Yeah.
Giving them good vibes and shit. Nobody was really hating on it.
Yeah.
It felt good to be part of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even Red said it's not something he likes, but
Mhm.
Visually he kind of gets it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So after that, Gojira, which
Mhm.
we're all pretty big into Gojira,
Right.
And just seeing them live it just takes it to a whole nother level.
For sure.
I feel like they got shortchanged with the set,
Yeah.
but hey, it was still cool to see.
Short window, or
I feel like it was only 6 or 7 songs.
Jesus.
It was like a straight 40-minute set. It went by really quick to me.
I'm
so
sure.
maybe it just seemed
You were looking forward
short.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like that was gonna be my highlight of the night. you
Okay.
know?
Okay.
Then Volbeat. I don't know how you feel about Volbeat. It's not really my thing,
yeah.
but it's cool. It's whatever.
It's something. There's some cool grooves, some cool little licks here and there, but the vocals kind of kill it for me. It kind of.
It's just too much for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm a melodic kind of guy. I like the singiness and
Yeah.
catchiness of shit, but that it's a little too much.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of gets that Elvis impression
For sure.
a little too much.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm into Danzig, and
Yeah.
there's a little bit of that in there. So
Oh, okay. I could see that. It gets a little stale after a while.
yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like it's such an odd band to go on before Slipknot. They
Yeah.
got the numbers though.
Yeah,
So when you open up for Metallica and shit, it kind of makes sense.
it's true.
It's
That
a
is
numbers
true.
game at that point, because to me it felt like Gojira, but then I'm so up Gojira's ass. So
Right.
what do I know?
But it has more of that oomph to get that crowd warmed up.
It makes sense too, because it's just like everyone's hungering for Slipknot at that point. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even though most of the people there seemed like they were into it anyway.
Yeah.
Just it's odd. But,
Yeah. Well, Chicago didn't get really a lot of good concerts this summer, I feel, especially outdoor.
Yeah, I feel like I missed out on a lot of things if anything did come through.
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear about nothing.
Yeah, neither did I really. I don't know. But Slipknot, what'd you think?
It's for anybody that's followed us this far,
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of the Slipknot hater, I'm sure. So I got to address that. I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna go home and listen to Slipknot by myself and with my
Right.
headphones and just jam and shit. But
Yeah.
it felt good to be there and a part of it. And
Mhm.
they played Prosthetics, so that's an old song, and
That's cool.
they jammed the hits, and
Yeah.
they played the new ones. I don't give a shit about the new ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still gonna stand tall on that shit.
I was ready because I thought that you and I were going to do the review on it, but I'm ready for the next week, though, when we have everybody here.
Hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure we
'cause-
can come up with something.
Yeah, I'm very anxious to talk about it with you guys, because to segue into what I was going to talk about is that you and I went to go see Hell Yeah on Thursday at the House of Blues.
We had a busy week.
Had a very busy week. Before we get into that, we were listening to the new Slipknot album on the way back home because it was after midnight. So we were kind of, jamming on a few tracks, kind of having some smart ass comments to say.
Yeah, trying to feel it out a little bit. Obviously, 2 of those ones were already released.
Right.
The only one, I think we made it up to Critical Darling.
Yes, you're right.
And like I said, that one had the most interest, but that's because that chorus sounded like Godsmack from Alice in
Yep.
Chains.
It's so funny, because you're the big Alice in Chains guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand their music and respect them, but it didn't hit me right off the bat. I probably would have got it in a couple listens though. But
here's the crazy thing: the next day, Ivan
Yep.
mentioned it, and we didn't even talk to him about it yet.
That's right.
And man,
Yeah,
so it's
that was cool.
it's crazy
Yeah.
to hear.
The stage show for Slipknot, was it of any significance? Or?
So let me put this out there. I shared a couple pictures. I felt like it was my duty to take the pictures and try to get some stuff for the content for the website and the show. So got some pictures online if you want to check out our Instagram. Might have them on maybe Gojira's on Twitter. So check those out. But the stage show, it's all right. Yeah. There's a lot of lights and stuff.
It didn't look...
Seen better, seen worse.
I was honestly surprised that there weren't any pyrotechnics, especially with that big build-up in the beginning, how they open with people equal shit.
I feel like there was more pyro for Volbeat.
Really?
I think it must have been that band that had the flames going.
Oh, okay.
So
did they... I don't know if you know this or not, but did they play a song called Marie Laveau?
Can you sing a little bit?
And then just interchange that with other
I'm not sure. The one that I know is Still Counting, maybe.
I like Still Counting.
Okay, that was one of the later ones.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a fun chorus.
He said a couple names here and there. I can't remember though.
A Warrior's Call.
Probably. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that one. That's catchy.
Yeah.
What else do I want to ask? What was up with the fans? I saw that there was these two industrial fans spinning all slow too.
I don't know, dude. It was I don't know if it serves a purpose, but it's just underneath that little walkway, the little stairs.
Yeah.
That not Craig. Sorry. Sid. He had that little Jamiroquai fucking walkway thing.
That's cool.
He was the most interesting to me because he just seems he's got that robotic face. That's what me and Ivan were talking about last night. It's just it moves the mouth for it. And it is pretty cool. He was the most interesting out of the bunch.
Was he?
As far as the stage show goes.
Huh.
And everything else is pretty typical. I would imagine.
Yeah. How was the sound?
Sound was good. Throughout the day, I didn't feel like anybody got undercut too much. Yeah. Everything kind of, especially since we were on the lawn so far away, they got the speakers that kind of come out anyway. So I feel like everything sounded good from where we were at.
Yeah, that's nice, man. I'm glad you guys had a good time.
It was cool.
I gave Red my ticket, so that's what JD's comment was earlier. I ended up having to go to work early this morning, and Red was able to go. So I'm like, here, happy birthday, enjoy. And I said, I see these assholes every week anyway. That's a guarantee. So anytime you can, hang out, that's awesome. As I said earlier, JD and I covered Hell Yeah at the House of Blues on Thursday. Nonpoint opened. Nonpoint, I've known the band. I haven't honestly heard any songs, but seeing them live was kind of cool for the first time. Been around forever.
They put on a good show.
Yeah.
I'll give it to them. And maybe it's just the Chicago crowd, but it seems like we're just fucking on top of it, dude. It was one of the more impressive pits that I've seen. Probably, I can't say definitively because I'm usually front, in front of everything, and the pit's behind me. Yeah. So I'm usually getting kicked in the back of the head or whatever. But standing where we were, I really got to take notice of the pit. Yeah. It seemed pretty intense.
It did, man. It did.
I'll give it to them.
There's a lot of hype for them.
Nonpoint and Hell Yeah, two bands that I wouldn't think would be known for the fucking pits.
That's true. Hell Yeah was a lot rougher than I thought it was going to be, man. There was a lot of shirtless bald men in that pit.
A lot.
A lot of aggressive shirtless bald men. And I know the alcohol's flowing. I know that you're getting a lot of crossover. The Pantera crowd. You're getting the Mudvayne crowd too, because you can't get any of those bands anymore.
Yeah.
And it was rough, man.
That was the most exciting part for me was Chad.
Yeah.
Being the Mudvayne guy. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, you were very excited. I looked over at you a couple of times and you were feeling it.
Yeah, when he comes out and he's just right in front of the crowd there, got the hands up, singing. Mm-hmm. He's got the energy, man.
He does.
It's just I don't see that. Obviously, we did the Slipknot and Mudvayne comparison. Mm-hmm. Now to see it live from two different perspectives.
Right.
Chad's just got the energy still.
He does. All of them do. All of them were moving but there's something that I took home that night is that with as good as Roy was on the drums, it just didn't have that big sound. And that's
you don't think so?
I was very sad. It was like hearing these songs. He was playing everything note for note. I can't bitch about that, but you still can't hit the way he hits.
It's like it'd be the same for anybody trying to cover a Dime song.
It's
you know what I mean? It's just a certain, you can mimic it, but you can't. It's just that style is that style, man.
As good as that sound was, even the way that those drums sounded, as clean as they were, they didn't have that thunderous.
There's a signature to what you do.
Yeah,
I think
it made me so sad though. I really did. I wasn't ready for this emotionally, but. To hear some of those songs played, I think it was very sad. And I know Chad had talked a couple times in between the songs, and he's clear. They're all clearly hurting still, man.
Yeah,
that was rough. But man, Man, props to Chad. Chad got fucking swole, dude.
It looked like it. He's still like a slimmer guy.
Yeah.
But in the vein of me, he's like fit though. You know what I mean?
Right.
It looked like he had more pecs this time.
Very, very, very pecky, very shouldery too.
Seemed like it.
He was looking good.
Seemed like it.
I love watching like all the bodybuilding stuff on YouTube. I just find it to be such a fascinating. It's like a big science.
Doing
experiment.
all the shit that you and me probably won't do. Like
exactly.
I tell myself I want to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll do it for like a couple weeks, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, this is terrible. Why would anybody live like this?
Yes, terrible.
But I guess being out on the road though, you would force yourself to do that because you don't have your.
It doesn't seem like you got many options to do much. You got to kill the time.
Exactly. And
it's almost like being in prison.
There you go. Well, to kind of bridge into it, we're going to go over some news now to kind of keep the train rolling here. Yesterday was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I put out a album review for the band N Minor, which is Philip H. Anselmo's new project. It is out right now via Housecore Records. It is a 7-inch that was put out that you can buy at your local record store, or you could stream the 2 songs. It's 2 fucking songs, man. It's 2.
That's what he told me, man. I don't know. How long has this been brewing?
I want to say officially they've said like 2012 is when they've been talking about it, like actually getting the project moving. But I've seen articles online that says early as 93 Phil's wanted to do this.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. Took forever.
So what's the plan? Are we leaving it at 2? Is that all we know about is 2? Is there an upcoming album?
There's an upcoming album. No details have been released as of yet. They're out going to be touring. Their first official show is going to be at Psycho Fest Las Vegas this weekend.
So they're going to go out and tour without like an album release or anything?
Nope, just the 2 songs that they've put out officially, but there'll be more material to cover, their other stuff, which I'll be waiting anxiously online for that to pop up.
It's weird to me.
It is weird. It's a different approach. It's Philip, though.
He's got the name recognition that he could.
Yep.
You hear Phil on somewhere, I'll check it out
For sure.
if you're in that.
Yep.
That style.
And I didn't realize it also has Kevin Bond from Superjoint.
That sounds familiar. Okay, is he a guitar player?
Guitar player, and then it also has Jimmy Bauer on drums.
So is it Super Down or something?
Yeah, well, it's got those 2. And it has 2 other gentlemen, which I outlined the entire band on the article that I wrote. And then also has a cello player, and I've never heard of the other 3
Yeah, that
guys.
sounds cool, man.
Yeah,
I hope it's cool.
It's interesting. Revolver magazine today put out a live, like, in-studio performance of one of their songs. And it's cool because everybody's kind of, like, sitting around. It's all, like, an acoustic jam session, and Philip's sitting on the couch smoking a cigarette, just singing. He has no mic. He has no nothing. It's like, man, that's, like, the most Philip thing I've seen, It's pretty sweet, man. Big shout out to Liz at Earsplit Compound. She hooked us up with a early release of this to check out and review. So as always, thank you to Earsplit for having our back. Next up on the agenda here, I've been seeing on Facebook for a while that Sepultura has been teasing a new album. Officially, it's going to be coming out next year. Excited. I enjoy my thrashiness. Sepultura has kind of dipped off for me, I think, as with a lot of people, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not very deep into Sepultura at all.
Right.
Even with the Max days.
Right.
So I'm an outsider on this.
Yeah.
When's the last one that came out?
I want to say like 3-4 years ago. So it's been a while. It's a big deal.
Okay.
It's exciting. I enjoy, I think their stage performances are always great.
I'll have to check. I got to dig into them. I've always meant to.
Yeah.
But
there's a song called Conviction in Life that you would really, really like.
Conviction in Life.
Conviction in Life. The drums
Mental
are
note.
Fantastic, man. So we talked about Hell Yeah. We talked about Slipknot. Let's talk more about Slipknot. So today I was reading on vulture.com. Corey was quoted as saying that the band members all split the merch in live shows equally. And it kind of raises a lot of red flags because, as if you remember from a couple months ago, Chris Fenn is accusing Sean and Corey of having a separate corporation that was created where more money was funneling into. So that quote today on vulture.com raises my eyebrows a little bit because this is what Chris is alleging all the way through, that he wasn't splitting everything with Sean and everybody else where Corey says he is. So it's very interesting. So, we're kind of caught in the middle as fans because you don't really know what the hell's going on. You get a few snippets of comments here and there. You don't know the full story.
Yeah, that's interesting. A whole separate, like, you said, like, company or like
yeah,
something?
like a whole separate company. He was alleging them of basically having another source of income for Slipknot, but wasn't dividing that equally. And, it's anytime you get money involved with your friends, that's terrible, and a large influx of money at that.
I'd be surprised if it's split evenly. I mean, as far as the merch and that shit goes, it should be, but I just feel like Corey and probably the main guys are probably making more somehow, some way. Unless it's just the writing credits.
It's true, too. Now, that's where it gets muddy.
Yeah.
Look at Slayer. Everybody called it the Carrie and Tom show for a reason,
it's God, who else does that? I mean, there's countless other ones, I'm sure. Like Aaron Lewis is one that talks about, like, I write the songs, I get the royalties, fuck you. Yeah. I don't care what you do.
I can't imagine what that's like to deal with all that.
So, I mean, if you're getting the royalties,
the
best way to do it would probably be split with everything.
Yeah. Well, what's good about us is we don't make any fucking money, so we got nothing to split besides pizza rolls,
Exactly.
Speaking of that, I wanted to roll into my pizza roll discussion because last time we were hanging out after we were done podcasting, your son was hungry.
Oh, yeah.
And he wanted some pizza rolls, and so I asked the question as, does he dip in ranch? And you had explained to me that you would not disgrace pizza rolls in that nature. Are you a pizza dipper?
I don't dip my pizza in shit.
Yeah. You're
Nothing.
just regular old pizza.
Regular old pizza. If I wanted something else, I'd have got a different type of food.
I respect that. And I feel that ranch has become such a condiment these days.
It's on everything.
Everything.
Everybody's dipping it in something. You have to keep that shit to yourself.
It's really upsetting to me. It really bothers me to see this giant bowl of ranch. Even for wings and stuff, I am not a ranch dipper.
I don't understand getting a sauced type of fucking wing and then dip it in ranch. Even my girl Chrissy, she'll, even when it comes to just chicken nuggets or something, she'll dip it in the ranch into the barbecue sauce and then eat it. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll let it go. But we were sharing chicken nuggets the other day, and I was like, motherfucker, you got ranch in the barbecue sauce that I was going to eat. It's got to go reversed. You got to dip the barbecue into the ranch. Don't fuck with my barbecue.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what kind of a barbecue sauce guy are you?
I like the spicier ones.
You like the spicy?
Yeah.
So would you more err on smoky or spicy?
I think, I prefer spicier stuff.
Okay.
Smoky's a second best.
Okay. So give
tangy
me
stuff. You can leave that shit at the bottom.
Fuck, dude. Open Pit is the worst barbecue sauce.
You don't like Open Pit?
I don't like it.
I like Open Pit.
You like Open Pit, but you don't. You said the tangy though.
That one, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's one of the ones I grew up on.
Maybe.
But it's not like I put it on anything recently.
Right.
If I got it in the fucking house, I'm gonna eat it.
Right.
But we go out and get Sweet Baby Ray's and shit.
Sweet Baby Ray's. That's
just get whatever.
Top tier.
Yeah, whatever you like.
Top tier barbecue sauce. That's got to go in the title for this one. I've never liked KC Masterpiece.
I don't know if I had those.
Not a fan of that. Not a fan. But it's Sweet Baby Ray's or bust for me, pretty much.
They got so many fucking flavors. I just feel like I gotta go through them all.
They do. And I don't like the sweet onion Sweet Baby Ray's. That one's kind of gross. And they have a pineapple one too.
Yeah, you can keep that pineapple shit to yourself.
Agreed. That's a whole other separate discussion, man. What I thought was interesting to talk about was that Rob Zombie and Universal Studios Orlando today announced that there will be a scare zone at this year's Halloween Horror Nights 29 based upon Hellbilly Deluxe.
Really?
Yeah. So we're not talking House of a Thousand Corpses. We're not talking Lords of Salem.
Right. The shit that you figure would make sense.
Right. We're talking the album.
House 31 or just 31, right? Yeah.
31,
okay.
Yeah. That's about how long I lasted until I got bored in that movie. Did not like it. I think it's pretty interesting because you're taking an album and there was so much interesting songs on that album.
It's got a lot of interludes with it too, though, right?
Yeah, it sure does, man.
So I guess it makes sense.
Just think about if there was something in that scare zone related to Phantom Stranger, that would translate really well.
Demonoid Phenomenon is something that sticks out. Meet the Creeper. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was on a Jeepers Creepers soundtrack. If not, maybe in the trailer I saw. Maybe.
Yeah.
Dragula. Interesting. It doesn't seem overtly horror to me.
No, but
it could Living Dead Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Bride of Chucky, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on the tracks. What opens that album? I forget the name of it.
Into the Zombie. I know what it's called.
Yeah. What is the
Super
next
Beast.
Okay.
Super Beast.
There you go.
Be interesting to see. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to, so I'm not trying to promise, but I will. If I even get anywhere near that scare zone, I will try and have my phone out to load it onto the page to see what it's like.
Gotta try, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that Universal's doing that's original. This is my first time going this year. I've always wanted to go just to see the horror-y stuff, But the original stuff, it's not really tingling me so much as Stranger Things and Ghostbusters, and now Rob Zombie would be cool. They just announced they're doing an Us house.
You can keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that movie.
Don't worry.
You told me. That's why I haven't. I even had a free Redbox code, and I'm like, no, JD said it wasn't that great.
It just pisses me off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, we're going to have to watch it to kind of get into that. To kind of segue into movies, I ran across a very interesting score on Rotten Tomatoes today.
Ooh.
That the Angry Birds movie, the second one, has the highest rated video game movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
What's the score?
Ever. 79%.
79? Okay. Yeah. I enjoyed the first one. I didn't think I'd
really?
like it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd like it at all. But it's got Sudeikis in there as the main fucking bird.
Yeah.
It's got Danny McBride's Bomb and Gad as Josh Gad as the fast one. Chuck.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. Like there's moments in there that made me laugh, and I was watching the trailer for this new one. Oh, Bill Hader's in it too.
Bill Hader is absolutely fantastic.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just because I didn't expect anything out of it.
Okay.
Maybe I was able to go in there and just enjoy it.
Okay.
So well, I thought for sure I was gonna hate it.
The thing is that I had it on. I didn't really pay attention to it too much. You know what I mean? Yeah. But from what it was on, I wasn't like, oh my God, that's so funny. Like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah.
So
that one. It's also got it's got what the fuck's the little dude's name from Game of Thrones?
Oh, the Tyrion.
Dinklater?
Peter Dinklage.
Dinklater. He's Mighty Eagle or something in that. So yeah, check it out, man.
Okay, we'll do. Well, to segue into that portion, I thought I'm gonna spit a couple video game movies at JD.
Ooh, do it.
Just to kind of see what your opinions are in some of these, because
okay.
I know my audience very well, so I knew what would kind of get you interested in this.
Get me aroused.
Yes. The first one that came up, we're going to feel the same way, is Resident Evil. Fantastic franchise, correct?
Yeah, I could do the first two.
First two, you didn't like the third one?
Third one's where it starts to slip. It's got Claire in that one.
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of starting to shoehorn in fucking characters at that point.
Right.
It just doesn't I blame Paul W.S. Anderson, though, for those movies.
Do you?
Because I hate his fucking movies. I hate him.
He sounds
if there's one dude I could have, like, if I had the control of, like, Hollywood, I'd be like, that guy's fired.
Really?
He's not allowed to make another fucking movie. None.
That's fantastic.
The only movie he has is Event Horizon.
Event Horizon was awesome. That movie freaked me out as a kid, man. The whole, when the eyes came out of the face and stuff.
It's crazy.
It's funny what shit sticks to you,
Yeah.
I didn't like Afterlife. That one was kind of boring for me.
There's like, dude, after the third one, I can't tell you anything because I went through and I was gonna watch all of them.
Yeah.
I think I watched up to that certain point, so I didn't watch the latest,
right?
The very last one that they did. So I was like, fuck it. There's no reason.
Are you looking forward to the Netflix adaptation?
I think so.
Yeah,
Netflix is usually pretty good. It's gonna be better.
I think it'll be absolutely perfect. Netflix has not ever disappointed me with their reboots, except Rocco. Did you check out that Rocco?
I just saw that popped up.
Did you?
I didn't. I had no idea.
Here's the thing. I love what we'll talk about this. That's your homework for next week. I want you to watch. It's only 45 minutes.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's cool to see it back, but it's not necessarily needed back. And what was done was a cool concept, but it just was brought back to be brought back.
See, when I first saw it, I thought it was just like they brought the seasons to Netflix. And then I saw it was a Netflix thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a fucking movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, whatever.
And this has been 2 years in the making. It was supposed to come out Thanksgiving last year.
No shit?
Yeah, that and another Hey Arnold. Were you a Hey Arnold guy?
I was not.
No?
No.
I was kind of on the outskirts of it. If it was on, I had it on, but I wasn't really like totally into it. Movies, Super Mario Brothers.
It's funny to me.
It's funny.
It's obviously horrible.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the games, I don't think. It's just... It's like it's like somebody wrote a script in like Japan, and then they had it like they Google translated it in English, and they're just like, yeah, this makes sense to me. I didn't know what the fucking game was about anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's
got Dennis Hopper, man.
Exactly. How can you go wrong? Now, wasn't he was a Koopaling, wasn't he?
He was Koopa.
He was Koopa. King Koopa.
Yeah.
Okay. It's one of those late Saturday night movies. You're with your buddies. And
it's weird. It's not a good movie, but it's funny to watch to me.
We've discussed Mortal Kombat recently.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like the first one. Second one's hilariously bad, but I remember seeing that in theaters too.
Holy shit. Did your dad take you to that one too?
Yep.
Man, It's too funny. I was listening to an episode we did a couple of weeks ago where you're like, I saw a lot of things that I really shouldn't have probably seen.
Oh, for sure. You know? For sure.
Street Fighter we talked about.
Yes, we touched on that one.
94 episode.
Yes,
check that out if you haven't
94.
checked that one out. So the first Lara Croft Tomb Raider, 2001.
I refuse to watch them.
What?
I didn't watch any of them.
Neither of them?
Neither of them.
Even back in the day?
None of the Lara Croft ones.
Wow.
I just knew it was going to be shitty.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Even at that age, because you have always been such a big video game based person, you probably were like...
Even for Tomb Raider, I didn't get into Tomb Raider until like the new reboot hit in 2013. So all those original like PlayStation ones, I was playing like Resident Evil and fucking God knows what else. Probably it was probably Madden. I didn't have a whole lot of games at that time.
Right. That's funny.
Tomb Raider was not one of them.
I remember Tomb Raider, for when I got my original Xbox, it came with Tomb Raider, the Lara Croft one. And at the time, this was still that weird, awkward stage where I was still a teenager trying to find my loins, but I didn't really have a lot of chances other than like a Playboy magazine or a WWF magazine at the time, you know?
Yeah.
But I remember the one specific scene in the Angelina Jolie version was she was taking a shower right in the beginning of the movie, and she like whipped her hair to like whatever. And you could see like a little bit of the boob meat kind of like move. And I can't tell you how many times I rewound that scene.
I feel like that's the whole point of that movie, you know, just those little scenes.
Yeah.
There's because as far as Lara Croft goes, that's huge Spank City for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
I've seen back in the day when people were doing the porno mag thing. Like I remember one was just called Poon Raider, and it was just like this girl dressed in that outfit.
Yeah.
Spanked it to that a lot.
That's awesome.
I think it's the braided hair, and then just that outfit and everything.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very form-fitting, you know? It's absolutely fantastic. And everybody, you know, now that Comic-Con is so successful and popular and it's open cultured, so everybody's into it, people forget that cosplay has been around for a long fucking time. It just wasn't respected the way that it is now, you know?
For sure.
I don't know. Doom.
I watched this not too long ago. It's another bad one, but I had fun watching it.
Yeah?
It's bad, though.
Yeah.
It is.
It is bad. I think even The Rock was quoted as saying, like, he knew it was bad, but he had fun doing it, you know?
Yeah. Man, I feel like there's so much cool things you could do with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Just the whole premise, but you got to go in knowing what it is. And that whole first-person shooter thing towards the end, it just doesn't work for film. Unless you go with, like, hardcore Henry route, though.
Dude, that was an absolutely
never watched
awesome
it,
movie.
but
no?
it seems like that's how you should do it.
It's on Netflix, man. It's cool.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Another Netflix thing.
I was always hoping that they would make an unrated Hardcore Henry. I was like,
yeah, I'm sure they got it, just not on Netflix.
Right.
I'm sure it's like a Wetflix or something.
Wetflix? Stupid. Speaking of The Rock, Rampage. Did you see Rampage?
I did not.
That's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah, you'll have to leave here with that because I also have your Big Lebowski copy that you left here,
don't let
too.
me forget that
Yes. Rampage was fun. I remember I took the kids to go see it because my wife was out with like a friend or something, and we went to like one of the latest shows possible. There's nobody there. It was like opening weekend. Just got a bunch of candy and unnecessary items, and just had fun laughing our ass
it
off.
seems like it'd be fun. Like it's one of them movies. It's like it's almost weird. Like, is there anything there to make a movie on? And then at the same point, is like it's so fucking vague. You can make it about anything and probably just tie it in.
That's true. And they had. Oh, of course, I can't think of his name. The gentleman from Walking Dead, Negan.
Oh, he's in it?
Yeah. And
Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's bae. He's a handsome little devil.
He's a cool dude.
He's cool, man. There's been rumors talking about if they ever did a Batman Beyond movie that they would be looking at him.
Hey.
That'd be sweet.
It'd be cool.
I'd be down for that. He was a fucking awesome comedian,
I'm
man.
more interested in that than fucking Pattinson.
Yeah, that's true. That I don't even know what to think about that.
You know, I wish the best, but I'm just...
Me too.
My expectations are low.
DC has just proven time and time again on film they're just not really pulling their weight, unfortunately. But I was watching Watchmen again, and I was like, man...
I'll have to watch that again.
Yeah.
Bone up on it.
Bone up, baby.
Do you consider Pixels a video game movie?
Yes.
Or just a movie that has video game shit in it?
I consider it a video game movie because there was just so many nods to everything, even the cutscenes and stuff. That movie I wasn't really
Somebody
a fan
fucked
of.
Qbert. Right?
Yep. I don't know. I've watched it a couple times because the kids like it. I absolutely loathed it, but near the end when things pick up, it was interesting.
I should watch it again just to get an idea for it.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, just you can tell like when the way a movie's shot and like the dialogue is this going to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many more jobs does Adam Sandler need to have in like the service industry? Like Family Guy, like they did something about like there was like an ostrich watching an Adam Sandler movie and they're like, Adam Sandler is the 35-year-old pizza delivery boy. And it's like it hits so true because that's how it feels. Like in this movie, he was a like kind of like a Geek Squad member guy.
Okay, I got you.
I don't know. I still see red when I look at Adam Sandler.
Do you?
I do. I really, really do. There's something about his face that the way he does it. I don't know. Silent Hill.
Silent Hill is okay.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but a lot of people seem to like it.
Mm-hmm. I think it works visually, but dialogue-y it doesn't.
Yeah, it's just like for a video game, what even is it? You know, it's just crazy shit to scare you.
It is, and that's what I miss about video games is that everything has to have this complicated plot. Like I don't care. I want a cut scene. I just want to get to it. You know,
so
like Left 4 Dead. I love it. There's really not that much to talk about. Go for
basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Max Payne.
Didn't see that one. It had Mark Wahlberg, and I'm only going to see certain Mark Wahlberg movies.
Very specific.
Very specific.
Assassin's Creed?
I was going to see it. I heard bad things, man.
It was pretty bad.
I feel like that would make more sense as a Netflix show where you got money to elaborate on the shit. Don't make it a 2-hour movie. It's too much shit.
I get that. I like that idea. Need for Speed.
I didn't see that one either.
Neither did I. I didn't even know it existed, to be honest with you.
What are you going to do with that one? It's just a Fast and the Furious knockoff, and even Fast and the Furious isn't Fast and Furious.
That's true.
It's fucking Superhumans.
Hitman.
Didn't watch that one.
I didn't even know that existed. Did you play the game?
We've played a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Zach's more into it than I am.
It's
Timothy Oliphant, right?
Yeah.
At least in one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the third.
I feel like you could do good things with that one. It's like its own Mission Impossible type thing.
That's true. And it was just fun.
Although the appeal is all the different ways you could do it on the game, whereas you're going to watch this guy do it one time.
Exactly. I like the fact that they had the open map settings. So where you could just drive around. It was kind of like pre-GTA and like the early mid-90s, like 96, 97. I don't know. We talked about this last week, but Detective Pikachu.
I didn't see it yet.
You still need to see that, man. I
remember the original like Pokemon movies.
The 2000.
Yeah, whatever that one was where everyone's all sad and like, let them die.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was cute. It is what it is. What can you do?
It is what it is.
Double Dragon.
Oh man, dude! If you want to talk about like classic, like horrible video game movies, Mark Dacascos and fucking what's the other dude's name? Last name Fox or something?
It wasn't Jamie Foxx.
Not Jamie Foxx. Not Jamie Foxx. I feel like one of the dudes that was popular during that time. It's a white guy. You
know what? We could leave right now and go to Walmart, and we'll find it in one of those $5 bins.
I feel like it was on sale, probably on like the streaming service, like Xbox or something. I thought about doing it just for the hell of it. It's got Robert Patrick in it, though.
Does
it
the
bad guy. Yeah, he's Mr. Shadow or whatever they call him.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw it the one time in the 90s. And then Warcraft.
Didn't watch that one.
Neither did I.
It's got the dude from Vikings in it. I wish I knew. I'd check it out for him.
Yeah.
Just because I loved him in Vikings, dude.
Yeah. I know you read.
I don't know anything about Warcraft though.
That's
the one I didn't play.
That's more
Ivan's.
that's an Ivan thing. Yeah, Vikings. That's something you guys have been on me to get on. I need to check that out, man. I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes, but it didn't.
It's one of them ones. Once you get in, you're in.
Is that okay?
You just got to hit that point.
I get nervous when I start like a new show or new series.
Me too.
You know, because I'm like, am I going to stick with this? And you've tried so many things, so many different.
Exactly.
Times. What else do I got for you today? I read on Cineblend.com, people have been asking James Gunn in regards to the Suicide Squad movie he's going to be doing, is Batman going to be in it? And on his Twitter, he said you can check out Batman in The Batman, which he's alluding to coming out in June of 2021. Furthermore, he says the Suicide Squad will feature mostly, the Suicide Squad.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the first Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Dude, Gunn's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Whatever he does is awesome. So it might be worth checking out. And
for sure.
Batman's so fucking, it can be overdone. And there's so many fucking movies nowadays.
Right.
With him. Let them have their moment.
Right.
If you want to tie it in, hey, more power to you.
Yeah.
It probably works out better that way. But he doesn't need to be in it or even a vocal point in it.
No, not at all, because that's not what the Suicide Squad was. And even with this, I don't know if this is going to be a reboot or if it's a sequel. I have no idea. But James Gunn is also notorious for not really giving anybody anything until the movie comes out.
Is he directing it or is he writing it?
Directing it.
Directing it? Oh, interesting.
So what happened after, obviously, Disney had canned him, he went over to DC, got hooked up with that. Then he got his job back with Marvel and said, we want you to do Guardians 3. And he was like, okay, after.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yep. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I bet it would have been a phase earlier if they didn't fire him in the first place.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. We'd be a little bit further along, I think.
I think that's the biggest fucking movie everybody's waiting for.
I think so, too.
It's got to be, like, other than these last two Avengers movies, that's probably, the Guardians of the Galaxy ones are probably the fan favorites, I would think.
I agree. And that wasn't even supposed to be as big as it was. I remember.
No, I didn't know anything about him when it first came out. I was like, oh.
I remember seeing, like, Star-Lord, like, on comics and stuff, like, growing up, and I never read him, and he was all, like, blonde, and had the purple stuff on his jacket. I was like, oh, I'll check this out eventually, but never did. I'm excited because I don't really know where they're going to go with it. I've heard, now, of course, it's all hearsay, but I've heard that it's going to focus on the gold people.
So, what's that dude's name? Adam Warlock.
Yes. Yeah, the Warlock.
She makes Adam at the end.
Yeah, at the end, yeah. So that would make sense.
But then, it's like they got Thor sidekicking with him. Is that what's going on?
Yep.
So that's interesting, too.
It's weird to see what this, because I think Thor is going to come out before Guardians.
Lady Thor?
Yeah, Lady Thor.
Is that what's up?
It's something like, no, it's something even more than that, though.
Oh,
it's like a whole long title.
You're right. I forget what it is.
I forgot what it is, too. But I know that's going to come out before Guardians. So it's going to be weird. How are they going to...
I'm wondering if that's just going to be straight up Natalie Portman's movie.
I guess I could see that.
You would have to have a... Like, if... I guess it depends on the timeline.
That's true.
It depends on, if Thor's out kicking ass with the Guardians, I can't imagine him just going here and there and just with Lady Thor all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
I can talk about this because Ivan's not here. But spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Endgame yet, don't listen.
Ivan, stop listening.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, God damn it. I had read somewhere that if you watch the Marvel, whatever Captain America it was, where Captain America went to his lady's wake, that you can see the older version of him in the crowd.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
To show that there was that timeline, so he was there already. Which is kind of like a mindfuck kind of thing anyway, but I wouldn't put it past them. But I don't know how far did they have all that. You're telling me before they stepped in with Iron Man, they knew Endgame and they knew every single thing.
Oh, no, for sure not.
Right. So
they had to retcon some things.
Exactly.
So
I don't know how true that is unless they knew from the beginning that Captain America.
I feel like that was probably they had an idea where they were going with it.
Okay.
It was something about. It might have been that first Avengers or definitely Age of Ultron's where a lot of the fucking everything was kind of coming through.
It was. That was
bits and pieces.
Yeah, that was a mess of a movie, but I enjoyed it.
Go back and watch it now. See all the everything that leads up to everything.
Yeah.
Mentions and callbacks.
Yeah, they said that.
Setting shit up.
Yeah, they said that movie, even though it was the least commercially successful, was the most prominent to lead up to these last two. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. We're going to have to watch. We've been talking about doing this Marvel thing for a long time.
Yeah, we got to. I know Ivan's slipping behind, but we were going to start it all over and just talk about it and see all the things that we learned and what we do know. So that'd be cool to do.
Hell yeah.
And then we'll have to get into the timeline discussion because I got into this with my neighbor the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Quantum leap shit, you know?
Like, I felt like I had it for a second.
Yeah.
I was doing pretty good.
Well, man, there's no shows really there are a few shows obviously in the winter, but really Chicago's kind of dead in between like Thanksgiving, Christmas, January. So we got plenty of stuff to do to watch these things.
Fuck yeah.
Also to keep talking about movies here, It Chapter 2 comes out on September 5th. I know we've mentioned that before. I'm very excited for that.
Yes.
To see how it's going on.
You said you saw it. Ivan's the one that hasn't seen it.
Yeah,
right?
He didn't see it yet. Man, like we used to have a list. We need to get like a dry erase board, Two more stories here for you. I wanted to refer to a screen grab I had taken. I saw a interesting article on medical. Jesus Christ. Can't shake it, man. Metalinjection.net today. There was an interview that John Davis had done, and he was talking about the album The Serenity of Suffering. And I don't know where that falls in the timeline because I'll be honest with you, I kind of dropped off like many, many years ago from Korn.
Yeah.
I've heard the titles and stuff, but I've not researched anything. But all the headlines were saying that John Davis wasn't that into The Serenity of Suffering, and all these people were hating on him. So I'm like, oh, I'll click on the article. I'll bite. I'm looking for something for the news. And the quote was, he said, okay, I felt bad because they, meaning the band, put so much time and heart into it, meaning the record. I'm not going to be that guy and say, no, I'm not going to sing on this. I'm just going to do whatever I come up with the best I could do. But this one, every song was just amazing. So I'll tell you right now, before you even get your opinion on it, that is such an Animal statement. Where you're going in that direction, but then you backtrack to not be mean.
Well, what are you going to do, man? Like, it would be a dick move of him to be like, if everybody else is on board and you're the only one that doesn't want to do it, you're going to stop everything because you don't want to do it. Just put the fucking album out. Let the guys do what they want to do.
It's true.
See, it's not like the end of the world. You're going to have another fucking record unless you just decide to quit. Calm the fuck down.
Right.
Good job, John. Way to be a team player.
Yeah.
Do your best, and if you don't like it, just, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be doing it. It's still a business at the end of the day. I couldn't imagine them spending all that time in the studio and then him going, I'm not going to do it. You're just going to do it to do it, and you're going to sell your stuff.
Yeah.
With what Korn has been over the last couple of years, it's not anything that I've been into, but they still put on a good show. Korn, I think, for me, lyrically, has kind of fallen off. It's weird. It's kind of like when Blink-182's, like, pushing 50 and they're talking about going to prom and stuff. You just can't relate to it. I don't know.
Yeah, they kind of trapped themselves there, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd be doing this when we were 50. Well, you didn't find those aliens, so what are you going to do?
That's true. Oh, my God.
Is he back in there yet? I don't know.
Yeah, man.
He's supposed to come back or no?
No.
Okay. We'll keep looking for them aliens, buddy.
Yeah, Mark said that it's open, but at this time they're not. But I was watching this crazy thing. It was the YouTube wormhole, man. Mm-hmm. Where Tom was talking in an interview about getting into this whole thing. And once he quit the band and worked with whatever, I know he's been working with like government agency or something. He said that like when he was younger, he used to think that the government was hiding aliens from us just because it was a power thing. And he said now, knowing what he knows and seeing what he's seen, which of course he's not saying anything, he says he knows the reason why. He's like, people just would not be able to handle any of this.
It's the Man in Black thing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's like, you can stay up until 2 a.m. thinking you've got it all figured out on YouTube, and when you're actually introduced to it, you are so completely wrong.
I feel like we're past the point of no return. I don't think we'll ever know.
No, I don't think so either. There's no way. And he said that they interrogated him for like 3 days straight to like make sure that they could talk to him about this kind of stuff. Yeah, he said it was like the most scariest time of his life.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. But props to him for like doing that, though. I think that's pretty awesome.
Hey, there's worse things you could be doing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. What I'm going to leave our episode on here is that I am going to be covering a show this Friday, which will be the 16th, at the Hobart Art Theater. King 810 is on their summer tour, along with a band called Heartsick. I have heard of them before. They've been around for quite some time. I thought it'd be interesting to talk to these gentlemen, so I reached out yesterday, and almost immediately our inbox was going off like, hey, we'd love to chat,
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. So I'm super excited. And industry secret, sometimes we will discuss questions with certain bands, like especially if you get like the bigger names, you kind of want to give them an idea of what we're going to be discussing. But I said to these guys, I said, hey, I'm going to send you a list of my questions, and they were like not even about it. They're like, you know what, man? They basically want to keep it natural, and they're totally cool with whatever we talk about. So this will be our second video interview. Wasted Attentions, man.
There you go.
Craig, he's coming up, man. Yeah, he's coming up on Friday night, so I'll have him help us out with that.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. If anybody's interested in checking out that show, like I said, it's at the Hobart Art Theater this Friday. King 810, Heartsick, Of Virtue, Deaf Ear, Fate to Suffer, Vent to Atmosphere, Consume the Divide. It's an all-ages show. It's $10 at the door. 21 and over with a valid ID if you want to partake in the sudsies, That's really all I got for you this week, man.
Cool.
I wanted to touch base on some things here, and we've got some exciting things coming up. As I had said before, if you want to check out that review of N Minor, it is live on the website. Once again, thank you to Earsplit for working with us on that. I think that's all I got, man. You got anything else?
No, man. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. Thank you for having me, sir.
Oh, you're very welcome, man. Anytime.
Check out the socials.
Yes.
Twitter.
Yes.
Instagram. Yep. I just updated it for the first time.
You did. I'm proud of you. I saw that last night, man. I saw that last night. It was cool because I was living vicariously through you.
Thank you.
As much as I wanted to be at the show, when I saw those people, I'm like, nope, they can have fun.
So, yeah, as always, wastedattention@gmail.com.
Yes,
Anything,
sir.
Questions, comments, concerns.
You got it.
Corrections, all that shit. Like and subscribe on YouTube. I think that's everything.
That's everything, man. We're working on a theme song, so we got to get back on that.
Yes, sir.
That horse.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.